sled is so old it's breaking up. Whee! Good afternoon, everybody. Clinton here, Oval Window Racing, and thanks again for joining me. We're back in the garage today, but got some bad news. I was kind of hoping maybe to get one more run to the track this year, but we got all this white stuff that just flew. Milan, got a couple emails from Milan Dragway, and they said that they were going to be open up until like November 16th and 17th. Well, today is the 13th. And I'm sure they were saying weather permitting. Well, I don't think the weather's going to permit. We woke up today with like 8 degrees, and the other day we got like 3 to 4 inches of snow. As you can kind of see, I'm out playing in it. But I guess that's time to get Simon here ready for the winter. Going to get him up on some jack stands. Try to make a list of some improvements we can do, and the 11-second quarter miles are going to have to wait till 2020. 2020 and be probably a good year to get some more of my personal best. But one of the big decisions is going to be, do I want to change much of the combination? I was really trying to get the most out of the combination I had, and I don't know, maybe I have, but I still think the engine had more in it. I do believe the gearing was probably defiant and slowing me down, and probably, well, since I'm an experienced tuner, probably some of the tuning was slowing me down. But one of the things I did pick up is this bad boy right here. Take a look at this guy. This is a T3 T4 combo turbocharger. Tag on it just says it's turbocharger. Don't really know the make of it, but it's an M12 with a AR50 and must be exhaust. It's a 63. I think a 63 point on there. Now the flange here mounts up a little different than my other one, but man, I'll get you guys a look at the turbo that I'm running right now. There's a restrictor here. I'm possibly going to remove that because I've already got a oil pump. And there's the big exhaust. This is a used, something I found on Facebook Marketplace, and the guy was kind enough to include this plate and the other exhaust plate, which would be nice because these things, since I don't have them, they're hard to make. I just got to cut this one off and weld it to my header. But yep, next it's going to be probably first thing I'm going to do is put Simon up here on all 4 jack stands. We'll walk back here. Look at the flashlight. That's in my back pocket. Walk back here, and this is probably the first thing I'm going to have to get rid of is I'm still spitting oil. I didn't notice this oil spitting until the weather got a little cooler, and I got a cure for that too. That is going to be the one project this winter. Oh, I got a big box. What we got in the box here is the evac pump, or an oil salvage pump by Turbo Works. Now I got to find a place to mount this. I'm hoping to mount this on the passenger side outer wheel well in the rear, kind of opposite of where I got my oil filter. But I'm hoping to move the oil back into the engine faster than it just draining with gravity. It comes with these nice waterproof plugs, and I'll probably wire it right to my my fuel pump. See how that works. I don't think there's anything else in the box. And then I got some trigger rings. I don't know if I'm going to need these yet. This turbo is bigger, and it's going to take up probably a little bit more room. We won't know until I get in there and start fabbing what I'm going to have to do. I may be able to just move it back a little bit, but that'll mean I'll probably have to cut the apron. Let's get Simon up on all fours. Well, since it's winter time, I got to run the heater, so sorry about that. Alright, here's this monster. Definitely needs a good cleanup. Sorry about the bad lighting. Just going to give you guys a little indication what we have here. Here's the old turbo, and there's the new turbo. Just look at the size comparison. The compressor here, a lot bigger, and I think it's considered this side, the exhaust side, the turbine side, a lot bigger too. I don't know if this light here helps at all. Shine a little light on it. Much bigger. Hopefully, maybe I'll increase the RPM range, and maybe I'll wait to go through the transmission first. The other thing, let's remove this. Ooh, I need a socket too. I forgot about that. Do I have a 10 mil here? Hey, I do. Where did I set my socket wrench down? Oh, there it is. Yeah. Utilize part of the engine tin here to hold the exhaust air cleaner on. But the new turbo, I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna do with that. If you take a gander over here, here's the intake on this thing. This is an M12. I don't remember what the A number was on this one. I'm sure it's on there someplace. But if you grab the tape measure here, and take a look. I think this was a 2-inch. The outside diameter is 2-inch. And we come down here, this bad boy, and that's almost 3-inch. But I think the inside winds up being, if you look where the compressor is in there, winds up being a little over 2-inch. Let's stand her up here, get a better look. Not 2-inch, but if we look inside there, it's like inch and a half. So we get about a 1/2 inch more air inflow through there. And then I really can't show you the exhaust because I got my tailpipe on. But I know that was a 2.5 inch, and I was actually running, and this is actually bigger than the hole. I was actually running a 2-inch. So if I remember correctly, the exhaust was 2-inch. We'll set this one on here, grab the measuring equipment again. I cut this one off, but we can see that this is clearly 2.5. So there's a 1/2 inch bigger there. So all around it should move a lot more air. And like I said, hopefully I can increase the RPM a little bit more. This probably mentioned before. It's a T3, and I believe I got this off the 1984 Dodge Daytona. Salvaged it from the junkyard, had it rebuilt. This one is an Air Research. Probably have this up for sale when I get it off the car. Don't really know what this one came off of. I bought it from a guy who said it was on a Honda. I think he said it was a Type B engine. I don't know my Hondas. I don't know what that was. I do know this thing needs a good cleaning. So that's one of the winter projects, is to clean this up and possibly fab it on here. So yeah, that's going to be the winter projects, besides doing some other little maintenance. I want to clean up the brake lines and stuff inside the in the wiring. It's inside the driver's compartment. don't know if you guys seen those when I was installing the seats, but the brake line gets in the way when I drive. It never did before, but when I put the seats in there, I kind of moved it around, and now I can feel it with my heel. But I got to bend it so it clears my foot and around the gas pedal and brakes a little bit better. And the wiring is in need of cleaning up too. But with the turbo upgrade, still haven't really decided if I'm going to do that this winter or not. I don't know. Help me out, guys. Leave a comment down below and let me know if I should just go all out and maybe try to skip the 11s. That would be nice, but I'm not going to expect too much. Running into 1150s, the car is not prepped for any more than 1150 and a quarter mile. I still haven't got the roll cage. That is in the near future, but yeah, one of the things I'd like to do is re-gear it and get some disc brakes for the front. Hopefully, CB Performance, I really like their products. Maybe they can help me out with that a little in the future. It's probably where I'll be getting them from, unless I come across them someplace else. But yeah, I think I'll leave the video here. Like I said, leave a comment down below. I think I need to just go and put the turbo on. Until then, take care. Keep the flat side down and the shiny side up. See you later.